So the way that I sort of give my students a little bit of a motivation, if I can call it, for source transformation is by asking them this question. Those of you who have been preparing for the FE Electrical or the P Power exams, if I was to give you an option, if I were to give you an option between Thevenin theorem and Norton theorem, okay, if I want to test you and I give you the choice, which of these two theorems would you like to be tested on? Thevenin or Norton? What would be your response? I think an overwhelming number of students are probably going to choose Thevenin theorem. Is that a fair assessment? Right? Reason being, Thevenin is a little bit more easier to understand. In Thevenin theorem, there is no ISC calculation involved. In the case of Thevenin, you can, for the most part, deal with a much more conventional type of circuit, and I'll explain you what that basically means because you won't have that short wire, right? That is involved. So those of you who have been preparing for FE Electrical and P Power would most likely say, and 9 out of 10 times I get the students saying that, Thevenin is the way to go. So the purpose of this webinar is not to go over Thevenin theorem or Norton theorem. It is just to tell you that let's say you've solved a circuit with Thevenin, even if the question was Norton, right? And you don't feel like doing Norton theorem, right? You don't really want to go ahead with this whole ISC short circuiting the two terminals and then basically trying to calculate ISC through them. So you actually treat that entire circuit as a Thevenin circuit and solve it accordingly. Source transformation will actually allow you to convert that Thevenin equivalent circuit into Norton, right? That's the beauty of source transformation. And the equations are provided to us in the reference handbook. So we don't need to memorize the equations. If I want to convert this Thevenin into its Norton equivalent, it's fairly simple. I'm going to take this Thevenin voltage, VThevenin, V equivalent, VOC, you can call it whatever you want, right? I'm going to take it and I'm going to say that my ISC, which I have to insert for the Norton theorem, is simply going to be equal to VOC divided by R equivalent. So that's the value. So if you want to hypothetically work with some numbers over here, let's say this is 10 volts and let's say this is 2 ohms, then the ISC, without even solving the Norton, right, using the Norton theorem, I'm actually creating a Norton equivalent circuit, and the link, the glue, the connection between them is superposition, which is the topic of this webinar. So I take my VOC divided by R equivalent, 10 volts divided by 2 ohms, and that gives me 5 amps. Guess what? Without even worrying about the Norton analysis, I've actually figured out ISC. And those of you who have actually gotten your hands dirty with Norton theorem, you know this ISC business, keeping track of the current that is flowing through a shorted wire, can get really, really confusing, right? It's easy to kind of absorb that short wire as part of different circuit transitions and transformations. So it's a blessing that you basically have been able to sort of convert this into ISC. What about this R equivalent? This R equivalent is the same resistor. You don't have to go through hoops and loops in order to figure out the value of R Thevenin or R equivalent separately for Norton theorem. The Thevenin equivalent resistor, the R equivalent that you find, the R Thevenin that you find for Thevenin theorem is applicable for our Norton as well. I'm just going to connect this in parallel. Now, for source transformation purposes, if you're interested in going in the other direction, it's very simple as well. What you're going to do is that you're going to be like, okay, I have 5 amps that is in parallel with an R equivalent. So I need to unlock the value of VOC. So VOC, using this basically the same formula that I have over here, is simply going to be 5 amps for this ISC. I'm going to multiply it with 2 amps and I have 10 volts, right? So I'm going to put this in series with the R equivalent. And the R equivalent is going to be this resistor, which in the case of the current source and parallel arrangement is in parallel, right? In the case of the voltage source, it's just going to be added in series. So if you found this webinar helpful and would like to learn concepts using first principles, kindly check out my website, studyforfe.com. I work with my students step by step using first principle approach, and there are different pricing plans for the program, both for FE Electrical, P Power. You probably would have come across some success stories on YouTube, maybe on Reddit, maybe on LinkedIn. You might already be using some of my resources, whether my study guides. Some of you might have already gone through my FE program. And rest assured that these programs are designed not only to help you just simply pass these exams, but also understand the concepts very comprehensively. I have students who, after they pass their FE exam, they take technical interviews, they go for interviews, apply for jobs, and they really crush the technical interviews, right? And then the P Power exam, same thing. When you become a licensed PE, you get more jump in your salary earning potential by actually switching jobs in majority of the cases. And when they go for interviews, then they are able to sort of crush those interviews. And learning continues beyond just these exams. It will give you the confidence, competence, and ability to basically deal with the projects, your assignments, and your craft much more confidently. In this day and age, I like to tell my students in every webinar that there's no shortage of information. YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, all different resources. But when you spend your time and invest your effort and energies using a structured, effective resource, it basically removes the friction and increases the likelihood of success. And hopefully along the way, you'll also enjoy the journey and not look at these exam preps as some of the sort of exercise that you have to go through, but enjoying the journey and being able to carry the knowledge with you beyond just these exams can be a great valuable addition as well. I hope you enjoyed this webinar and learned a thing or two using the examples that I basically gave you. If you have any questions, let me know. I can stick around for a few minutes. And whether you're preparing for the FE Electrical and Computer exam or the B Power exam, please check out my program, studyforfe.com. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. On a weekly basis, I'm creating content for FE Electrical and P Power exam preparation. I also discuss topics related to electrical engineering with a focus on power systems engineering. If you'd like to learn more about my FE Electrical and P Power exam preparation programs, please visit my website, studyforfe.com.